Opening section. Scene setting. In the heart of Southeast Asia, the winds of geopolitics are shifting. As tensions mount in the contested waters of the South China Sea, a new chapter in regional power dynamics unfolds. The United States has approved the transfer of dozens of F-18 Hornet fighter jets from Kuwait to Malaysia. While this move might seem routine on the surface, its implications run deep, spanning military capability, diplomatic posturing, and the ever-evolving US-China rivalry. Chapter 1. Quiet yet strategic move. On June 17, 2025, General Tan Sri Asghar Khan Ghuraman Khan, Chief of the Royal Malaysian Air Force, confirmed a long-anticipated development. Washington had officially approved Malaysia's acquisition of up to 33 F-18C Hornet fighter jets from Kuwait. The approval, granted under the US Arms Export Control Act, paves the way for a deal stalled since 2017. Why now? The answer lies in the growing urgency to fortify regional defense against mounting Chinese assertiveness, particularly in the South China Sea. The US move signals a subtle yet strategic effort to help Malaysia upgrade its air capabilities without pushing it into overt confrontation with Beijing. Chapter 2. The jets. From Kuwait to Malaysia. The aircraft in question, the A-18C and D Hornets, are legacy fighter jets, but don't let their age fool you. Maintained with care and upgraded with modern radar, avionics, and electronic warfare systems, these warplanes remain highly capable. Malaysia's Defense Minister, Datuk Seri Mohammed Khalid Nordin, has emphasized the structural integrity of the jets, noting low flight hours and strict maintenance standards. These Hornets are expected to serve as a stopgap while Malaysia's delayed multi-role combat aircraft (MIRCA) program continues to evolve, with full implementation likely pushed to around 2040. Critically, integration into the Royal Malaysian Air Force should be seamless. Malaysia already operates 8 F-A-18D Hornets out of Butterworth Air Base. Adding more to the fleet means improved operational reach without the cost and complexity of adapting to a new platform. Chapter 3. Rebuilding a depleted force. Over the past decade, Malaysia's fighter fleet has gradually eroded. The 2017 retirement of 16 MiG-29Ns and the recent phase-out of the Hawk light attack fleet created operational gaps. Today, only 18 Su-30 McMims remain fully active. To bridge this gap, Malaysia signed a contract in early 2025 to acquire 18 Fa-50M light combat aircraft from South Korea, with delivery expected in 2026. But until those jets arrive, the Kuwaiti Hornets offer a critical solution. Even better, the aircraft don't require a massive overhaul of infrastructure or pilot retraining. Malaysia's Link 16 integration and radar upgrades are already underway, further enhancing operational efficiency. Chapter 4. Strengthening radar and surveillance. Malaysia's air defense isn't just about aircraft. The government is acquiring 2 more Groundmaster 400 Alpha long-range surveillance radars from France, doubling its radar fleet. These systems will be deployed in both Peninsular and East Malaysia, where airspace gaps are most pronounced. The acquisition responds directly to persistent threats from low-flying and fast-moving aircraft, especially those from nations challenging Malaysia's claims in the South China Sea. Chapter 5. Why now? Kuwait's fleet transition creates an opening. This opportunity wouldn't exist without Kuwait's own military modernization. The Gulf nation is currently receiving 28 Eurofighter Typhoons and 28 F-A-18EF Super Hornets, with delivery completion expected by 2027. That means their older but still functional F-A-18CD fleet is now surplus. Malaysia seized the moment. Defense analysts believe 24 to 30 of these Hornets are in serviceable condition. With moderate upgrades, they can offer years of service, a cost-effective way for Malaysia to shore up its fleet without committing to expensive new programs. Chapter 6. Combat proven and NATO compatible. Make no mistake, the F-18 Hornet is no relic. This aircraft has seen action in the Gulf War, Iraq, Afghanistan, and more. With twin F-404 engines, a wide NATO-compatible weapons suite, and a solid track record, the Hornet remains a battlefield workhorse. For Malaysia, the compatibility with NATO standard weaponry, maintenance systems, and operational doctrine means enhanced interoperability not only with the US but with other allied forces and joint exercises and operations. Chapter 7 Strategic US-Malaysia Defense Cooperation. This deal is also emblematic of the deepening defense ties between Washington and Kuala Lumpur. The two nations routinely collaborate in exercises like Carrot and Bersama Warrior, and the US provides training and support through multiple defense channels. This slow and steady approach reflects Washington's broader Indo-Pacific strategy: build regional resilience without forcing allies into openly adversarial stances against China. It's smart diplomacy backed by strategic defense alignment. Chapter 8 The China Factor. Unspoken, yet present. Although Beijing is never explicitly named in official statements, the backdrop of this deal is unmistakably China's assertiveness in the South China Sea. In May 2021, for instance, 16 Chinese transport aircraft entered Malaysian airspace, prompting protests and the scrambling of aging jets. Incidents like this have amplified calls for modernization and regional deterrence, particularly in East Malaysia, where airspace vulnerabilities remain. While Malaysia continues to engage China diplomatically, events like these underscore the importance of readiness. Chapter 9 Navigating the Diplomatic Tightrope. Despite growing ties with the US, Malaysia still prioritizes a policy of non-alignment. In January 2025, Defense Minister Khalid Nordin spoke with China's General Liu Zhenli to discuss bilateral defense cooperation. It's a balancing act: embrace partnerships with the West while preserving economic and diplomatic ties with Beijing. This hedging approach mirrors Vietnam's posture and reflects the pragmatism of middle powers navigating a contested Indo-Pacific. Chapter 10 Flashpoints and Fragile Balance. But diplomacy has limits. China's sweeping 9-line claims overlap with Malaysia's exclusive economic zone, particularly off Sabah and Sarawak. Beijing has repeatedly sent Coast Guard vessels into Malaysian-claimed waters, and even attempted to halt Petronas drilling operations. Public sentiment, too, is shifting. In March 2025, Chinese T-Chain Chaggy faced a nationwide boycott after including the 9-line on its app's map, a reminder that nationalist undercurrents run strong. Conclusion: a new chapter in Southeast Asian defense. The US-backed Hornet transfer is more than a defense transaction, it's a geopolitical statement. Malaysia is making clear that it will defend its skies, secure its sea lanes, and assert its sovereignty. And it's doing so while walking a fine diplomatic line, strengthening its military, without setting off alarms in Beijing. As the South China Sea becomes an increasingly contested arena, Malaysia's calculated defense posture could offer a model for others: arm with purpose, align with principle, and engage with caution.